Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first session of What's in Store, the brand new t.tec retail series where we'll be focusing on different things within retail that you guys might find interesting. And my name is Erica Helligman. I'm the senior marketing consultant here at t.tec. And with me is my mentor, a really knowledgeable woman, someone who's super fun. And she's the head of retail go-to-market and the senior vice president, Amy McDonald. Amy, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Erica. I'm really happy to be here with you today.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your long-standing history within the retail space?
Retail has been with me from probably the beginning. I have a family who has had retail space and has had stores. So I was actually raised behind a cash register when I was a little kid. And then I started working for an apparel company when I was in high school. And then again, after my graduate school ended. And as I sort of steered into the BPO space, I found it really, really interesting to understand the nuances of retail and how exciting the actual season can be. And when I say exciting, it means constant change or absolutely no change whatsoever and full lockdown. So those kind of ebbs and flows of retail really fit well within my personality. And along with being an adrenaline junkie, retail definitely keeps you on your toes and keeps you working with your clients to understand the best solutions that you can deliver for the end customer. So retail for me is sort of now in my blood.
You know, I would have to agree. Retail is one of my first jobs as well. I applied only at companies that offered the best discounts, and no 2 days were the same. And it was just such a fast-paced environment. And there was no continuation of recipes. Like you couldn't do the same thing from day to day because everything was so vastly different. I definitely didn't think I would be able to find a way to stay in this space and make a career out of it. So I think I would have to agree with you. And it's definitely a super fun environment to be working in.
You are right. No 2 days are the same. Same as no 2 seasons are the same. That's why we learn from each one and we continue improving as we go down this path.
Well, you know, obviously we both work for t.tec and we work closely together. And so I think what we should probably focus on is how t.tec fits into that retail space. And maybe you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So listen, t.tec has been around for 40 years. We've got well-defined processes and in operational rigor. And obviously, so those are the foundational aspects that are key for retailers in order to be able to perform at scale. So I think that that's a really nice foundational capability that t.tec brings to the table, in addition to the fact that we work with some of the largest and most known retail brands in the world, who some of them require some very stringent quality practices, and we are their chosen partner. So having the credibility and the experience behind us, along with the operational rigors that our organization delivers, really primes us well for delivering to the retail space for t.tec.
And I think that you touched on it a little bit in that response, but I think maybe we could just hone in a little bit on the fact that, you know, we have been around for 40 years, but there are so many BPO companies out there. And to people that haven't heard of us, we're just another name that pops up. So why do you think that people should pay attention to t.tec versus any of the other options out there?
Foundationally, we deliver on our promises, right? It's through talent, technology, empathy, and connection. That's what makes up t.tec. And our ability to do that with quality performance at scale is also an area where t.tec absolutely excels.
And, you know, I think that it's so hard to, when you say everything that you just said, because when you say we deliver on our promises, we're only as good as our word. But the thing is because there's so many companies out there and because this market's so saturated, I think that the book of business that we've created, the length of those relationships, and the fact that we're still here after 40 years really shows that we are doing that. And especially in the retail space, everyone knows that one negative review can cost you up to what, 15 customers. So if we weren't doing what we said we were doing, Lord knows what the internet would be saying about us. Um, what do you think that you've seen one thing that maybe t.tec's doing that not a lot of our competition is doing?
So I've seen a lot of, what goes on in the BPO space. I've been around for a little while, 20 plus years. I think one of the nuances that TTEC and, differentiators that TTEC brings is proactively delivering efficiencies, improvements, innovations through our customer experience solutions. It's something that's baked into our DNA, and it absolutely makes us unique.
Yeah, I sat in a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and someone was talking about one of our companies that we work with was talking about how they needed to save money. And we actually went in and did an audit of some of their business practices that we don't even touch and used our resources to help them save money across their bottom line. And I think that that's something so interesting that a lot of people don't realize that we do. And because it's not just about that, making money right now, it's about the long-standing relationship and building and growing together. Um, and so that part's been really fun to listen to as well.
I think it's also important working with a partner that's understanding of, the type of image that you're portraying to your customers, and a partner that is aligned to your culture, wants to be an extension of your business, right? Not just looked at as a vendor, but as you said, as a long-term partner that's working with you to really develop the right solutions, the right efficiencies, the right channel shifting, whatever those metrics or objectives might be, all without jeopardizing quality. And so that, for me, again, that really is where TTEC checks the boxes as a partner for retailers.
What do you think the biggest myth is when it comes to outsourcing?
Um, Biggest, I think that there's a lot of myths about outsourcing. I think that folks have a anxiety about technology compromising quality, technology replacing agents, and your customers having a anxiety when they find out that you have outsourced as well.
I would agree with you. It's so funny how many large companies that we work with that don't want their names out there for some reason when everybody else is doing it as well. What do you think? I know we talked just a little bit about t.tec, but what do you think is going to happen in the retail space this year, and what trends do you foresee?
Listen, I think that as we've, emerged on the backside of the pandemic, that there's a couple of things that the pandemic was great for with retail. It allowed for convenience. It allowed for, speed. And those kind of things really need to be put back into the physical world of retail. So I see more of a convergence of digital and physical. We'll use more technology to enhance the in-store shopping experience, make it more convenient, make it more personalized, make it more interactive, and also make it integrated with all of the other channel data points so that customers are feeling the same experience anywhere that they are. The convenience and the speed of online shopping combined with the touch and feel benefits of physical shopping will all lead to increased customer satisfaction and brand loyalty.
I couldn't agree more. And I think that there's so much to unpack in everything that you just said. And I think that, you could give us such good insights on how we can accomplish that and how our listeners can accomplish that, not even with t.tec, but within their own business. And I think that is something we should save for the next episode. So as you guys keep listening, we'll keep uncovering different topics and different tips and tricks. And if you have any questions, please visit us online at www.ttec.com/retail or you can reach out to Amy directly at amymcdonald@ttec.com. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Look forward to it.